So what is it you guys love so much about the STi, or we? What is it we love so much that we think this is the absolutely most nicest car, right? I don't know what it is. It's probably unique. There's nothing else like it. While all the BMWs and Mercs sort of and Audis sort of, they look the same, similar. Subaru never got influenced by other people's design language. A little bit of Mercedes-Benz apparently, but otherwise, who else could make something so good looking yet so brutishly rugged? Except my mother. Poor thing, rest her soul. Now, make a quick vid. I'm about to wash the car for once in a while. It's actually very, very dirty, can't see it. But regarding this infotainment, do you guys know who this is? He's called Mustang Wanted. He's a crazy Serbian stunt guy, eh? Check him out. Ooh, it's hot. Look. So that's just a tablet from Lenovo. I like Lenovo because they've got, I don't know, they're just good. And I'd buy a better one, and I wouldn't buy one with any colors around it, like the original one I had in the silver one, which I've still got, right, is piano black. Now, these edges make the screen look misaligned sometimes, even though it's not. Now, I'm not going to pull it off now. I've left this blue tack there for you to see. Now, blue tack in the heat, look at this guy. Blue tack, I make videos, people buy cars. He makes videos, people fucking jump off buildings. All right, so what you got here is a tablet with, it's Android, with car launcher AG on it, which I find is amazing. I really find this thing pretty good. Okay, it's got all the stuff you'd want. I mean, all your apps, okay, stuff like that. But what I use it for is obviously music. And the really good thing about this is when you turn your car off, it doesn't bloody turn off like the Bluetooth. I mean, you can't go past this thing, man. You can't go past it. So this is the way out of it for us. Now, I'm having a few cable issues, so I haven't got my MirrorLink cable, but you know, there's MirrorLink as well when you have a Samsung with the 1.0. So for those who aren't familiar, please don't ask me. All you need is a phone that's been upgraded down to MirrorLink 1.0. MirrorLink 1.1's on everything, but Subaru didn't put it in here because they don't want us to play with YouTube and have a head-on, right, I reckon. So you can see here it's got brightness controls and that, but behind here, I've got a little 3M square. I'll show you. You guys are worth it. Okay. You can see it's very easy to remove. This is just a beta version, right? As you can see, behind all the gloss and glamour is a disaster. But summer's here, and this stuff's going to melt. So basically, you've got this very coarse hook and loop design, which allows you to sort of position the screen. Now, the problem here is that the buttons need to be down here, and I used to have them like that, but for some reason I put the stuff on the back there, so I've got to get more of the stuff. Woolies ran out. It was meant to be done for you, but all you got to make sure is that you can access the buttons. Now, the other thing is, some people have commented on the previous video, you can download this and that to turn the screen off. Now, this does have a sleep system, but the number one issue you're going to find is you don't want to be powering this thing on and off, because if you do, you're not going to power it down properly and you're going to get flat batteries. And these batteries run low. You do a 10-minute trip and then you don't have what you need, and it's really, really frustrating. So either there's a battery, you can put a battery supply to it that can be charged at the same time. So that would be the ideal thing behind here, to have a little battery which is constantly being able to charge it, yet when the car's running is being powered on. Then you'd get away with your sleep thing if you're not sleeping for 4 days. But for right now, I've got the auxiliary hooked up, works well. I know I can download apps to improve the performance, but you know, as Androids stupidly do, look, it keeps putting the volume down and then asking me that. Now, My Samsung does that. My Samsung does that, and then all of a sudden it doesn't do it. But all the last updates are constantly like saying, are you sure you want to listen at full volume? The problem is when this thing restarts or sleeps, it resets to the full volume thing. So, you know, it's really, really stupid. Now, if it's here, that's fine. But you can see I'm using YouTube Music, which is part of YouTube RedTube. YouTube RedTube. So YouTube Red you subscribe to, and you download stuff. You can expand the SD memory. It's pretty straightforward stuff, guys. But as in, you know, when I say 2 years in development, it's 2 years of trying to give up on something that was meant to do something that doesn't. So what I hate is this blue. I'll never get over it till it's gone. So make sure you buy a piano black. But the Akai I had was just a piece of junk. I mean, it did the job. And believe it or not, the Akai actually had better daylight visibility than this Lenovo screen. But when buying a Lenovo screen, what it gives you is a better angle of viewing. With the Akai, whoa, there goes the camera. Oh no, not again. Oh, you're there. With the Akai, with this, you can view wherever. With the Akai, you couldn't see it. So you can see this works quite well. It's particularly nice at night to have all your sort of Subaru logo and whatever there. And as I said many videos ago on the silver car, don't come in here, I'm shut forever, shut forever, shut forever. I open the gate, people drive in, ball tyres, look, here's another one. No. Ooh, I'm over it. People drive in, do me a rego, ball tyres, then they, you know, now, if I had fucking tyres for sale, they wouldn't be such, But, yeah, here we go. For all of you that leave your regos, like, to the last day with a 10-year-old car, good luck. In the city, you should start getting your regos done before Christmas. Anyway, so you can customise it. Now, I don't know what's going on with this thing because, see, I don't believe I'm going to get a proper GPS signal here. And the only reason it's saying 20 degrees and the speed is because I've taken it out of the vehicle, right? So that's another thing. Now, these screens can very easily stick over these screens. I know that sounds stupid. I'm sure there's someone that's done it. I will refuse to do that. But just so you know, right, a screen like this can easily blue tack onto that screen and you're done. I mean, in that way of not having proper access to any music, I mean, what have they done here? So, guys, I've said Pandora update in a previous video. I meant Mirrorlink update. I didn't mean Pandora. Pandora's left Australia for good, and I hope they never come back. I hope they should be a planet. They should be a planet far, far away, planet Pandora, that's useless and does nothing and will get hit by solar flare one day. But you can change the colours or whatever, not much, but this looks like, what's nice about this app, and they're going to probably do well from it, is that you're allowed to do everything with it, right, on the trial version or install the full version. But all I know is that it seems to have full functionality. Now, let's test this. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know. I never saw the plus or minus. What's this? Is it working? Yeah. I don't believe it. It's working, but I'm pretty sure that it's gonna... So when I shut the car down, it's gonna go into a sleep mode, which is pretty good. See? Now, let's turn the car back on. You can see this app's very well thought out. It's called Car Launcher AG. Calling me home. Okay. There we go. It's done it again, guys. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, what was that? Oh, it was, oh wow. Look at this. How good's that? Very well thought out. Don't forget you've got a USB input as well. But very, very well thought out this app is. I mean, I've not tried much, but as you can imagine over the years, I have. I've tried a few different apps. And 0.7 second quicker. Yeah. Anyway, another little update. Someone mentioned the 2.4 DIT coming out in the UK in an Ascent or something, Subaru. And now Outdoor Lanes asked about it. And I was just going to mention that that's it. All logic in life tells me the next STi is going to have a 2.4 litre DIT with 250 kilowatts. This is going to be the next car. It's going to be awesome. It has to be because this is truly an awesome car. So, yeah, I mean, awesome. Absolutely beautiful. Forget everything I said, you know. It just drives beautifully. And the more compliments you give it, the better it goes. So, anyway, that's the infotainment. We talked about the DIT. And just a quick mention, thanks, guys, for talking about this Type R Civic, because it truly is a special car. Honda are back, but it's hideous. Okay, the second gear is blowing up, or the synchros or whatever. It's going to have reliability issues. We've touched on that this morning. But you know, instead of like hammering the Honda, and Budgie, you're a man of sense. I think you're a doctor possibly, and I've got a lot of respect for that. But you're a man that's very sensible. Obviously, you have a capacity and understanding, and you've got the demands on the car that I do, or your similar sort of demands on the car. You've moved to an RS3. There's no other car for me, like, besides this. So it used to be this in the Porsche. All right, now it's an RS3, okay? Even though they're probably well double the price, maybe towards double the price of this car. I don't know what they are, but I'm going to go drive one. Going to drive a Focus, which I'll probably get out of in 5 minutes. And I want to drive the Civic because apparently the steering is so much better than this. You know, this car does have steering issues as dead center and off center feel, and woody brake pedal, and you know, 1 minute there's roll, 1 minute there's not, the VDC, this, that and the other. I believe my tuner. I believe if I hop in a Type R Civic, I'll leave this at Honda for a week and not be able to get out of the Civic because my tuner said so. It's got more power. It delivers revs in a builds power with all the latest technology. And, you know, look, we're hitting summer. We don't want turbo lag. But I can't wait to see. I mean, it's significantly lighter. And I don't like lightness too much. So I don't know what's going on with this car, eh? I'm loving this car. I'm loving the styling of this car. They could have pumped the guards out a bit more, but, you know, it is in proportion, and I'm sure they did. I'm sure in the clay models they pumped the guards out and it just might have looked stupid, but, God, would 2 millimeters have hurt them? You know, this is a very unique body style. So the blue, I don't know. It's the same car as I bought, but it seems to me now I've chosen the right colour. Thanks, Chantal, at Sutton's Subaru. But, yeah, like... these are amazing vehicles. They really are. I don't know what to say. And you know, just when I become skeptical, my trusty subscribers are reminding me, they're like, you guys are so defensive. Do you all have a best friend that when you bring a new friend into the group, that best friend just never quite likes them? It's the same thing with these STIs. It's like, no, please, the Type R is hideous. Thanks, Budgie. It is. I made a video down at Haymarket. Funny, there's a Civic here. I made it... I mean, you open the door on this car, it feels better than mine. Look, watch this, watch this. It's just everything does what it's meant to, exactly how it's supposed to. The seals here are better, though they've got that problem like mine. At least they go back in. I mean, I can feel it. I mean, I know Honda cut costs. Honda, this is a generation of cost cutting, but... the legroom, you know, see, Honda's got the right formula. I'm looking in here. This is the size of my car. I mean, I never saw my car as a Civic, but okay, the Civic might be a little bit smaller, and the whole cab forward thing is ridiculous, and it's not a driver's car, but you know, I know, and this is well worn. I've never seen a Honda like this. But see the magic seats? See how the seats stay new forever? Oh, besides that little thing, yeah, like. This car's heavily used, the clutch is totally gone, but the fit and finish is just superior. They're just fantastically well-made cars. Yeah, this car's wrecked. So you got to remember, guys, when buying a car, it's very dependent on service history, whether it's in the sun or not. Anyway, I better shut up now and polish this car and get my kids. And the ceramic coating is going to come soon, even though I'm not that excited about it anymore, because this car just looks great all the time. It really does. Like, I was just outside and you could see how dirty this car really is. Guys, it's pretty dirty. Do you know what I mean? And it's got swirl marks everywhere now, so I've got to fix that all up. But anyway, I better get my... Can you see that orange peel? Oh my God, this pollen, see this? This is just the bane of this area. Check this out. They're called plane trees, right? Look at this. This is, now you get these. Look at this. These floating around, blowing around the wind. Look at that. And it's just unbearable. I wonder if you got them in Canada. I don't know what my camera's doing, guys. 16 minutes. Are you for real? Oh my goodness. Is anyone going to watch it? Whew, this is a bad one. This is not a video I'm going to get compliments on, I don't think. But here's some microfiber cloths. There's the gurney and the Japanese car wash and whatever. Yeah, it's like whenever you take a bucket and a sponge to a car, you're scratching it. That's all I've got to say about that for now. But yeah, I hope you like the entertainment, but I didn't really want to info the tablet thing, but it's all about the mounting. So remember, a coarse hook and loop 3M Velcro backing at the bottom, and the reason that, see, the Akai would be mounted from the top. It's all about the curve of the screen, of the back of the screen. So that Lenovo has a plastic on it that is like this. It's exactly like this, I swear to God. It's exactly like that, right? Blue tack and Velcro don't like it, okay? And stuff like that. I'm not saying the backing doesn't stick to it. It's just that with the round edge on it, the Velcro doesn't have a good profile to sit on. That's why this is mounted the other way around, depending on your tablet. So do it with blue tack first, and then see how you go. But on a hot day, the blue tack's going to lose its stuff. And, you know, it really isn't that easy to get it all perfect. So, so it doesn't fly off at full speed. That doesn't move. I'm not saying it flies off. It'll fly off if I misinstall it. What I've got there is pretty reliable. All I need is a bit of hook and loop on the sides. But meanwhile, I'm going to be sticking it to the new vinyl-faced center console. So the other car had a different finish around that area. There's a soft touch material in there now that stuff doesn't like to stick to. So when you buy the tablet, it's best it has a piano black backing on it, like a glass phone, and then you've really got a good surface to work with. Also, bear in mind where the power buttons are and the volume, that you can easily access them, unlike what I've got at the moment. I made a mistake or something. I can't remember. There was a reason I did it that way, but I made a mistake. So as you can see, I never stuck the 3M backing onto the car. Okay, it's on blue tack. So use blue tack and whatever you want, but just don't put any super glue or anything like that on your car and you'll be right. But once I get it right, I'll tell you more about it. You can see Car Launcher G works quite well, and it's basically resolved my issues for now, even though it's easier to get in the car and hit Spotify. But the problem is with Spotify, guys, it's a B grade. All the music on Spotify is just B grade. It's not Pandora's music. It's not like the quality Pandora had. Pandora I'd pump all day long. Spotify, every time I turn it on, I turn it off. I can't stand it. Everything just repeats. Like, it's like they're paying 13-year-olds to remix stuff. I bet you that's the case. So anyway, hopefully they'll get lost as well in the end. Who needs them all when you've got Lenovo and Subaru? You know what I mean? Whoops. I'm just preoccupied. Anyway, guys, that's a B-grade video for you, if you've ever seen one. Thanks for the comments. Anyway, I'll post it. Whatever. Bye.